Okay, just before we crack into today's video, let me explain how you can help us. More and more Kiwis are waking up to the fact that New Zealand is in big trouble right now. So how can we turn this country around? The answer is through education. What does that mean? Well, it means exposing more and more people to our videos. It's as simple as that. Just click on the subscribe button on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, and you'll be subscribed. What happens then? Well, when you subscribe, YouTube sends our videos out to more Kiwis. That's how it works. Subscribing is free. You'll never be charged anything. It's just that simple. So please do it and then enjoy the rest of the video. Thank you very much for watching. Just by subscribing, you can play a big part in the solution to fixing New Zealand. Well done, you.
Well, hi, you beautiful New Zealanders. In today's video, the question is, should Maori be respected? Well, that's a very good question. So what's in the box today in this video? Number 1, I show a video of a Maori activist harassing a police officer. Number 2, in this video, Maori demand to be respected. Number 3, I define the word respect. And number 4, I end the video with the most telling question of all, which is, why should we respect Maori? So watch.
Okay, this is how Maori activists think. So first up, I'm going to show you a video. The Maori who shot the video, I call her the town thug, explains why she decided to video a policeman who was attending a gas station robbery committed by 4 Maori youths. What she wrote is telling. Below, she is writing to all her Maori friends, associates on social media, and this is what she says. Anyone know this smug asshole? She's talking about the policeman who features in the video. DP61 is his quid. That's the police ID number. But I would much prefer his name, as he's got to be someone's neighbour. Unfortunately, there was another robbery at the garage today, and they stole smokes. The police were talking to one another disrespectfully about 4 Maori youths. Hearing this, I decided to come out and video. This cop was laughing to me when I stopped filming. He said, "Are they that hungry that they're going to eat the cigarettes?" He then lied, as we all know the police do, and said, "I said they have good nutritional values." He thinks he's funny with this disrespect to our poverty. So I decided to film him once more. Share this idiot's mug around.
Well, let's break down what she wrote. Anyone know this smug asshole, she says? What is this? Straight away we see the police abuse, name-calling and complete disrespect for the police. DP61 is his quid number, but I would much prefer his name, and he's got to be someone's neighbour. What is this? Well, this is an activist aiming to intimidate. So she noted his quid, so later on she can file a complaint with the IPCA, that's the Independent Police Conduct Authority. She also wants her friends to find out where he lives so they can bully and intimidate him at his home. Why are they doing this? Well, Maori activists love to get people into trouble and bully and harass and intimidate them. They want to shame people. Well, what's behind this? You see, you have to kind of drill down till you get to the middle of the onion. Ultimately, Maori activists want people to live in fear of Maori. This takes us back to tribal rule, how New Zealand was prior to 1840. New Zealand used to be a country awash with fear prior to 1840, and they want to take us back there. My point is that Maori activists are narcissists. Why do they want Kiwis to live in fear of Maori? Ultimately, they want to control you. They want to have power over you. How so? Well, when you're around Maori, you have to be on your best behaviour. You have to bow down to them. You have to cower. You have to tread on eggshells. Why do they have this massive need to control people? Like I said, they are narcissists. Listen to what Jordan Peterson has to say about this.
If you're dealing with a narcissist, the first thing you need to understand is that they're not engaging with you in the same way you're engaging with them. You're operating under the assumption that relationships are built on mutual respect, reciprocity, and shared understanding. That's the framework you bring to the table because it's the framework that allows for meaningful human connection. But the narcissist doesn't see it that way. Their game is entirely different. They are not interested in mutuality, they are interested in power. A narcissist's primary goal in any interaction is to secure control, attention, and validation on their terms. If that means distorting reality, then so be it. If it means gaslighting you into questioning your own perceptions, they'll do it without hesitation. If it means undermining your confidence so that you become more pliable, more easily manipulated, then that's exactly what they'll pursue. and they won't feel guilty about it. That's what makes them dangerous.
So there you go. Man, that's worth listening to again. Anyway,
okay, let's keep going with the analysis of what this activist wrote. The next thing she wrote was, quote, "Unfortunately, there was another robbery at the garage today and they stole smokes. The police were talking with one another disrespectfully about our 4 Maori youths. Hearing this, I decided to come out and video." Unquote. From this we learned that the robbery was committed by 4 Maori youths. The police would have ascertained this from security camera footage. We know that all garages have security cameras, we know that. What does she mean when she says, quote, "The police were talking with one another disrespectfully about 4 Maori youths"? What does she mean? Well, we don't know exactly what the police were saying, but they're probably saying something like, "Bloody Maori again, they've created so much work for us," or something like that. That's what they would have been saying.
we can assume that when the robbery happened and the police arrived, a crowd gathered around and the police were overheard by the crowd being disrespectful about Maori youths. We can also assume that someone in the crowd phoned the lady who made the video, the local bully, the local thug, and she got in her car and shot the video of the policeman. So let's look at the word respect and what it means. The dictionary says the following: a feeling of deep admiration for someone or something elicited by their abilities, qualities, or achievements, unquote. What the town thug is saying is that she wanted the police to have a feeling of deep admiration for the Maori youth who robbed the gas station based on their observation of the abilities, qualities, and achievements of those same Maori youths. That's what she's saying. This is what Jordan Peterson was talking about. This town thug wants to gaslight the police, twisting the truth of the matter. The truth of the matter is that these Maori youths are not to be respected. Rather, they are criminals. And there is nothing whatsoever that we should or could respect about them. They need to be punished. They need to go to prison. They need to be taken out of society. They're not to be respected. That the town thug demands of the police that the Maori gas station robbers be respected shows how Maori activists are delusional. They live in a parallel universe. Yet these are the people who want to be in control of the country by 2040. Can you believe it? I can't think of a more horrific thought. Okay, back to the analysis. The town thug then says, the cop was laughing, saying to me when I stopped filming, "Are they that hungry they're going to eat the cigarettes?" Then lied, as we all know the police do, and said, "I said they have good nutritional values." Well, you may not understand this, but this relates to a story in the Herald a few days back where a Maori lady, let's call her X, was leaving through a supermarket car park with a toddler in a pram. A bystander, let's call her Y, noticed that the toddler in the pram of X was eating cigarettes. Y pulled her up about it. Well, what happened? Well, X attacked Y with a hammer, intent on murdering her. That is, the Maori lady whose baby was eating cigarettes. She attacked the lady who pulled her up. I'm not making this up. She very nearly killed her. I'll put the whole Herald story in the description of this video so you can read what happened for yourself. It's chilling. I'm telling you this so that when you watch the video of the gas station robbery and the conversation drifts onto the subject of the nutritional value of cigarettes, this is what the town thug and the police are referring to. Then the town thug says he thinks he's funny with his disrespect to our poverty, so I decided to film him once more, share this idiot's mug around. Here we see the word respect whipped out again. Maori activists use this word often in many situations. They say things like, "You disrespected us when you didn't ask our permission to build that bridge or road or shed or house or whatever. You disrespected us when you didn't involve us in the management of dock reserves. You disrespect us when you don't consult us about fishing zones," and so on. It's everywhere. You know what? Foolishly, MPs, local councils, the general public don't see this for what it truly is. They capitulate and they respond by appeasing Maori. Appeasement, you know, it never works. Every time you appease, you embolden more demands, which necessitates more appeasement. Appeasement started as soon as the British arrived on these shores. Where is the proof of this? Well, watch this. Commenting on this problem of Maori chiefs hiking up the price of land and demanding ridiculous sums for it, the former Colonial Secretary Lord John Russell, there he is on the right, he said in 1843, "This is the consequence of want of firmness in not resisting unjust demands. Such conduct, that is, being soft on Maori, appears humane and generous and kind, but really it is a weak yielding to intimidation and foolish concessions, which lead to absurd demands. Such is always the consequence, especially when you are dealing with savage tribes. See, what he's saying is appeasing Maori started a long time ago, and look where it's got us. Now, we're in the midst of a coup in our country in 2025. I bet the British never imagined how New Zealand would be in 2025. They would never imagine that we are where we are at now.
Okay, let's just have a look at the video a second time. Now that we know more information about it, it should be more meaningful to us. So let's crack into this, and then I'll talk some more about it at the end of this this little watch here.
Hey, here you go, Mark Mitchell, paid mercenary killer. Hey, how's your bloody stupid boot camp's going to work to solve this problem? Hey, the issue is poverty. That's what the issue is. Hey, arrest your way out of it. Hey, never address the real cause, poverty. You took 98% of our land. Our people are left with nothing. This is why they resort to this kind of carry on. Hey, but you still benefit from it with your white privilege. Yeah, of course you do. Of course you do.
I'd like to know what my white privilege is.
Oh yeah, that's right. You don't know what your white privilege is because you don't have to experience what we go through. That's why.
Stealing cigarettes.
Stealing cigarettes to sell to get food.
But you said it was good nutritional value.
Flick them off.
Yeah,
I never said that. Hey, but you're going to be famous tonight, mate.
Okay.
Hey, but you still benefit from it. Next one. Here you go, everybody.
Thank you.
This is how the New Zealand police treat our people. A DP. There we go. 6-1.
Just the ignorant ones.
The ones that want to eat cigarettes.
Hey, you said it, not me.
You said it, not me, and I've got it all videoed, so now you're lying as well. There we go. Hey, there we go. Hey, PCA in the making. That's the one. Hey, PCA in the making. This is what happens. He says that our people are going to eat the cigarettes, being a smart prick. There we go. Hey, how you said that our kids are going to be in there eating cigarettes. Hey, oh, you changed your mind now. Don't want to be that ignorant anymore. Now that people are going to see your map all over New Zealand.
Say again?
Hey, don't want to be ignorant anymore. Hey, the kids are eating cigarettes. They're trying to sell the cigarettes to put food on the table because 98% of our land has been stolen and our economic... Yeah, that's right. Hey. Yeah. Change your tune now.
Not really.
Oh, so you haven't changed your tune at all. You're still arrogant and ignorant. What, that our kids are eating cigarettes?
It's really ironic that you're the one calling me ignorant here. Really ironic. But that's fine. You do you. All right? Have fun.
I will.
Have a lovely day.
I will. Don't you worry. Hey, this is what we've had to put up with, whānau. Ignorant police like this. Hey, policing at its best. Hey, Mark Mitchell, you must be pleased with this one. He's one of yours. One of yours. Hey.
So there you go. What you just saw was everything Jordan Peterson said you'd see when interacting with a narcissist. Well, what do you see? Well, first of all, you see gaslighting. Telling the policeman he's ignorant, a liar, and arrogant. She is making him doubt the reality of who he really is. I bet he's none of those things. She wants to break him down, which is narcissistic behavior. Next, she's distorting reality. She's telling the policeman that it's his fault that Maori are poor. Well, that's a lie. Maori are poor because of personal choices, not because of the race of the policeman. Second, she tells the policeman that Maori had 98% of their land stolen. That's another lie. Maori sold 92% of their land. It was not stolen. Now, I'll put a document in the description of this video which proves this. Third, the cigarettes were not stolen so that Maori can put food on the table. That's another lie. They were stolen because they're easy to sell to other Maori for a cheaper price than retail. They're as good as cash because they're easy to sell. Our social welfare system in New Zealand ensures that no family need go hungry. What parents do with the money they are given determines whether families experience poverty or not. If you spend all your money that you get from social welfare on KFC, alcohol, gambling, and whatever, then you're going to live in poverty, no matter how much money you get. Why is she telling all these lies? As I said, she is distorting reality. This, too, is the classic behaviour of a narcissist. Town Thug is also stopping free speech. How so? She says she decided to get in her car and video the police. Why? Because they were speaking disrespectfully about Maori youth, she says. What's she saying? She's saying you're not allowed to speak negatively about Maori. If you do, you'll be intimidated, bullied and harassed, just like this policeman. Well, what is this? This is censorship. My observation is that the whole country is under this spell. People now speak in whispers when the conversation turns to Maori. Before they speak, they look around to make sure no one might overhear what they are about to say about Maori that is negative. See? Everyone is treading on eggshells. We've become a really sick country. It's pretty sad. This is how it is. But she does not stop there. She threatens the police by saying she's going to report him to the IPCA. She's trying to undermine his confidence so that he becomes more pliable, easier to manipulate. Why is she doing all this? Gaslighting, lying, distorting reality, undermining his confidence, calling him names. As Jordan said, her goal in the interaction was to secure power and control over him. She is therefore a classic narcissist. Now, I have had many interactions with Maori activists over the last few years. I have learnt not to engage with them. You must completely ignore them. If you engage with them, you feed their narcissism. As Jordan said, they're not interested in meaningful interaction. So don't play their game. Cut off their oxygen by saying nothing. I found that's the best approach. Which brings us to the final and most important observation. Not once but twice in her explanation of the video, the thug demands respect. She said the Maoris who did the burglary must be respected. She said Europeans must respect her explanation as to the cause of Maori poverty. As I said earlier, Maori activists often pepper their conversations with demands for respect. So let's just revisit the dictionary explanation of the word respect. It says respect means a feeling of deep admiration for someone or something elicited by their abilities, qualities and achievements. My questions to you are twofold. Is there anything about Maori and Maori culture that you deeply admire? I want you to focus on Maori culture or race as a whole, not individuals within Maori who have done well. For example, Kiriti Kanawisa Aparana Nata, Billy T. James, or a certain rugby player. I have Maoris that I admire, but they're individuals, but not the race as a whole. Second, when you observe a Maori as a whole, their abilities, their qualities, and their achievements, do you feel a deep admiration for the Maori race well up within you? Would you want to become part of that race because of your deep admiration for Maori? Yes or no? As I contemplate my own answers to these questions, I consider the following. Maori top all the negative social statistics. Incarceration rates for males and females. 52% of all beds in prison are occupied by Maori. 64% for women. Yet Maori are only 17% of the population. Maori top the negative social statistics with respect to child abuse, family violence, unemployment, cruelty to animals. 69% of all children in state care are Maori, and so on. For me personally, respect must be earned. As soon as respect is demanded, respect is immediately lost, all of it. For me personally, and I have thought about this a lot, there is nothing I admire about Maori culture or the Maori race. There is nothing I want to emulate. Nothing. Forcing me to learn their language, forcing me to say Maori prayers, trying to brainwash me, subtly or blatantly, to embrace Maori and their culture for the purpose of grooming me for the Maori takeover of my country, has had a very negative effect. When I feel manipulated and coerced into anything, I want to run a mile in the opposite direction. And you're probably the same.
Okay, let's wrap this up. I just want to talk about what we see on the right-hand side of the screen there, these signs that you see up around the place called Together for Te Tiriti. What are we to make of all this? So when I see these signs up around the place, in my mind I go, no. Oh, no way. Why? Well, there are many reasons. First, the message is a complete lie. In the treaty, Maori ceded sovereignty completely and forever. The message of the sign is that we are in partnership when we are not, definitely not. Maori are just citizens equal with all others. We're all New Zealanders. Maori are not some sort of special class of people. They need to learn this. It is true that Hobson shook the hand of each chief as they signed the treaty saying we are now one people, but this is not what the sign means. What does the sign mean? The sign conveys the idea that we are together with the Maori activists in their understanding of the treaty. See that? It's on their terms. Well, we're not. We're definitely not. We're not. We are polar opposites when it comes to interpretations of the treaty. Why would we want to be together or aligned with a group of people who have lied, deceived, and tricked their way to where they have got to? No thanks. Who'd want to do that? Well, there's a second reason we ought to reject this sign. And what's that? The sign conveys the idea that there are only two groups of people in New Zealand, Maori and the rest. This too is a great lie. There are 160 cultures here, not two, and we need to honour all of them. Every one of them, not just Maori, not just Europeans. What about all the other fantastic cultures who are here? Come on. Thirdly, we ought to reject the message of this sign because there is an old proverb that says a wise man is cautious in friendship. What does that mean? Well, I choose my alliances carefully and thoughtfully. The people in my inner circle I choose very, very carefully because you become like the people you mix with. You know that. I don't want to be aligned with a group of people that I have no respect for. That's suicidal. Why do that? Being bullied, manipulated, harassed and intimidated like the cop and subjected to waves of crime as I have been at the hands of Maori are a Mount Everest sized turnoff. Who wants to be together with people who do this stuff? Not me. Bunch of narcissists? No thanks. By doing this stuff, by being narcissistic, they fuel, that's Maori, fuel massive disrespect. They do. Finally, the major reason I reject these signs, I know where we're headed together. Where's that? Well, 2040. And what's the plan for that date? This is the date set down by activists when they want to see tribal rule fully installed in New Zealand in exchange for democracy. See? Well, no thanks. Massively no thanks on that one. I'm definitely not together with Maori activists in that goal. Who wants tribal rule? That would be absolutely going back to pre-1840 and New Zealand becoming the Zimbabwe of the South Pacific. Absolutely not. We've got to stop that. Well, those are my thoughts. What are yours? Thank you so much for watching. You guys are awesome. See you next time. Please leave your comments in the comment section of the video. Like and subscribe to these videos. That'll help us a lot. Alright, see you next time. Okay guys, that's enough for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Now we need your help with something. This is important. We have produced some great flyers and brochures which we want to get into the hands of all New Zealanders. So we need to go around the mainstream media. They're not going to help. In fact, they're making things a lot worse. So we have to go around them. And we need your help to make this happen. We can't do this without you. So what are we talking about? First, there is our business cards. They're only 3 cents each plus courier to get them to you. Then there is our latest booklet called The Psychology of Takeover, 19 strategies Maori activists are using to take over the country. It's 80 pages and packs a huge punch. So they're cheap, they're $3, and they're absolutely fantastic if you want to get a handle on what's actually happening in New Zealand. Then we have a few thousand of our original Stop Co-Governance booklets left over from my tour in 2023. Remember these? You'll remember we printed 550,000 of these. Well, these are now free because we realized that only about a third of New Zealand houses got this booklet last when I did my tour, and so we want to get to the other 2/3. So if you do a few streets around where you live, that would be absolutely phenomenal, and they are free now. Then we have our MACA, that's Marine and Coastal Act brochure 2, which alert people to the loss of our beaches. You know, we're in danger of losing all the beaches around New Zealand. The text is written by Graham Adams, who's a great author. These are now free. And then we have our beautiful bumper sticker which we've just made. And why are we doing this? Well, New Zealand's identity is under threat, we know that. First activists have and are still trying to change the name of New Zealand to Aotearoa. We don't want that. We must oppose this. This is rubbish. Where's the referendum saying that we want to change the name of the country? There was none. It was just forced on us. Second, Maori sovereignty flags are appearing more and more all over the place, and they're just treason. So we've got to get these bumper stickers out. So we've printed some awesome bumper stickers. They're $3 each, and they measure 21.5 by 6.5, so you can see how big that would be on your car. To get any of these free products, all you need to do is pay for the courier to get them to you. For the products that cost something, like the bumper stickers or the little psychology booklet, it's the cost plus the courier to get them to you. So to order any of these products, just use this email address, cards@stopcogovernance.kiwi, and we'd love to hear from you. Finally, if you want to access all the videos we've ever made, including all our most viewed and most popular videos, and have them all in one place, which is what people are asking for, then just type in this address into your browser. There it is there, https www.youtube.com/@StopCoGovernance, and you'll find it goes straight to our channel. Then what you do is save this address to your computer as a favorite. Job done. Well done. Then you've got them all in one place forever. And all the new ones that are coming in get placed into that address, so you won't miss anything. Okay, last thing, please, oh please, don't forget to subscribe. When you subscribe, you'll get the latest videos straight into your inbox. You'll never miss a video, which is great. You'll link up with like-minded people all over New Zealand, and that's very, very stimulating to have meet up with all these people who think like you. You'll be telling YouTube, I like these videos, and they will respond by advertising our videos to more Kiwis for free. It's incredible what they do, but it just relies on you replying to comments and making comments and liking things and sharing things and activity. That's what it is. It's just activity on our channel. And turning New Zealand around is simply a matter of reaching more Kiwis with the truth. So just click on the subscribe button on the bottom right hand side of your screen. There, the little yellow arrow is showing you where it is, and you'll be subscribed. Okay, see you next time. You guys are awesome.